Welcome back to Disney Disasters, the show where I put my mind, body, and general sanity on the line in the interest of reviewing and critiquing every Disney Channel original movie. Today's disaster is the Scream Team. Spoiler alert, the only one that's gonna be screaming in the end is me, and it's gonna be less out of fear and more out of irrational rage. Let's start the damage control. With the Scream Team, I tried something a little different. I went in with no knowledge of this movie. I hadn't visited the wiki page, read a descriptor, or even seen a poster. I figured that with a lot of these more obscure Disney Channel movies, most of the viewers were probably just channel surfing kids on a lazy Sunday afternoon, going in with no knowledge of the movie whatsoever. So I figured I should try doing the same. I was going in completely blind. This was my first mistake. While my other Disney disaster reviews I've divided into sections like plot, character, technique, and so forth, I've decided to just talk about the Scream Team in a general sense. The reason why is I don't really have much to say about this one. The Scream Team is just about some kids who, after their grandfather died, discover that ghosts are a thing, and then work with some friendly ghosts to defeat some not friendly ghosts so the spirit of their grandfather can go to heaven. Or hell. They never actually say which one the grandfather's going to. Personally, I'm hoping for the latter. The Scream Team is an interesting movie to me, for the sole purpose that I fucking hate it. So much. But unlike the Cheetah Girls or Up and Away, I'm really struggling to put into words why. The characters all have reasons to do what they do, the story is structured fine, all the scenes exist for actual reasons, but that's part of why it's just so meh. Even when they try to mix things up, it's just so predictable. They managed to defeat the ghost nearly 40 minutes in. Well, of course he's just fine, don't worry about it. As you're watching this movie, you know everything that's coming, and every story beat lying ahead. I mentioned in my last review that Jump In was kinda predictable too, but at least there were things in that movie they did slightly differently. Yeah, it came to a predictable point in the end, but at least they didn't follow the exact same path along the way. Hypothetically, the movie could still work, if only they had some interesting characters or witty dialogue or, something to pull it up. Nope, the characters are all just there. We've got the big sister, the little brother, the wacky ghost, the black ghost, the receptionist ghost, and the dad. I can't even be bothered looking up the characters' names because that's just it. They're not characters, they are character archetypes. Even if the characters are cliché, some nice character moments could come out of it. But no. There was kind of a nice one at the end with the dad and the grandfather's ghost, but I was just so done with this movie at that point that I wasn't willing to forgive because it got one thing right. Alright, that's not strictly true. There was one other good thing I can say about it. It was funny, kind of. Out of the Disney disasters I've seen so far, it was easily the funniest, and probably gave me a genuine laugh once every 10 minutes or so, which is actually kind of impressive. However, the issue is it was empty laughter. The jokes didn't create any characterization or even leave much of an impression on me. Hell, I said there was a good joke every 10 minutes, but I couldn't quote a single line back to you. It just kinda washed over me. While in a good comedy, the jokes are what makes the movie. They're their own reward. In this movie, the jokes were more like their own participation trophies, in the sense that they were completely worthless, but they're the best I'm ever gonna get. The joke is I'm bad at sports. Let's go to final thoughts. The Scream Team is not a good movie, but part of me is still struggling to call it a bad movie. It had Jokes, decent actors, a storyline, a structure, movie things. It didn't fail in telling a very basic storyline and filling it with, technically, characters. However, it also made me angry. Very angry. One might say irrationally so. I honestly don't know what it was about this one that made me so upset. But it was just so bland. So that's why, despite the fact I don't have much to say about it, I think I'm justified putting this below Up, and Away. Movies are meant to make you feel things. Happy, sad, confused, scared, whatever. And ultimately, this movie, more than any before it, just made me feel pissed off and empty. Pissed off that I wasted my time watching this trash movie, and empty because it was just so much nothing. I think the real charm of these Disney Channel original movies are they are a big part of so many people's childhoods. And while I could see young boys and girls remembering and loving parts of Up, and Away and the Cheetah Girls, no matter how bad those movies actually are, the Scream Team is more like that movie from your childhood you don't remember. You watched it on a lazy Sunday afternoon, turned off your TV at the end, and never thought about it again. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Get it? That's the TV turning off. Hence why I said it before.